How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I'd switch gears a little bit and do a cooking video for you. I've got a 8-pound pork butt I'm going to throw on the pellet grill. We're going to make some pulled pork out of it. Should be awesome. Super simple. Anybody can do this. If you've got a pellet smoker, this is a great recipe because you're going to be able to get perfect pulled pork every time. So I've got this 8-pound pork shoulder, or pork butt as some people call it. I've patted it dry. So now what we're going to do is use a mustard as a binder for our seasoning. We're just going to coat everything really good with that mustard. And it doesn't take a lot, just enough to put a light coating on. You just want enough to make it kind of sticky for that seasoning. Again, you'll turn it up, put some on here, because we're going to cover this whole pork shoulder with seasoning. So we want a nice crispy bark all over the whole thing. All right, so we got our mustard binder on there. Now what we're gonna do is season it. And I've got this Pit Boss brand pulled pork rub, just a simple rub. I've used it before, it works really well. What we're gonna do is start on the fat cap side, just cover it really good. We'll flip it over, we'll do all the edges, flip it over and finish with the meat side up. And that way it'll be ready to go right to the smoker. So we're going to finish up on this meat side. That's looking pretty good. Just make sure it's all covered good. I mean, this seasoning, $3 or $4, it's not worth it to skimp on it. Put plenty down. All right, so that should be good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go out, fire up the smoker, and get that thing rolling. And while it's heating up, we're going to just let this seasoning just kind of sit there. It should be 10 or 15 minutes that it'll sit there. It'll be ready to go on about the time that the smoker's up to temp. All right, so we got the Pit Boss turned on here. I'm on the smoke setting right now. We'll run smoke for a little bit, then we'll shut the door and bring it up to about 250, and that should be where we need to be. It's already starting to smoke actually, so what I'm gonna do is just close this lid. And we'll come down here, crank it to 250. And looks like we're gonna need some pellets, so I'll add some pellets, but here in about 10 minutes, that thing should be up to temperature, and we'll throw that pork on there. All right, so we got the grill up to temp now, so all we're gonna do, pop the lid, we're gonna set it on the grid, and we're gonna leave it. We're gonna bring it up to about 160 degrees, and then we're gonna wrap it, bring it up to 200. It's gonna be done. It's as simple as that. And again, we're going fat side down, and that's it. Again, we're gonna let that thing smoke. It should take about 5 or so hours to come up to 160 degrees, and that'll be plenty enough smoke. We're gonna wrap it, bring it up to 200, and it's gonna be awesome. All right, so it's been about 2.5 hours, so we should be about halfway done with our smoke portion of this cook. So what I'm gonna do is open it up here, take a look. Looking really nice. So what I'm gonna do is actually spritz this with some apple juice. And honestly, this is completely up to you whether you wanna do it or not, but it's just a simple apple juice spritz, just kind of keeping that bark moist. So that's what we're gonna do now. Get a nice spritz on there, and I'm going to close this lid back up. And we'll let it keep going. Once it hits 160, we'll be ready to wrap this thing. All right, so it's been about 5 hours, so what we're going to do is go ahead and open this up. I just checked the temperature. We reached 160 degrees internal, so we're ready to take this thing off and put it in the aluminum foil. We'll give it another spritz of apple juice and finish this cook. Wow. Thing's looking really nice. Got a really good bark. All that fat's starting to break apart. It's looking really good. So I'm gonna take my Wolverine claws here and just set it right over there onto that pan. So one more little spritz with apple juice here. Just to make sure there's plenty of juice in there. And we're just gonna wrap. Some people like to wrap it double layered and really tight and stuff. I found that if I just leave it in this pan, it doesn't have to be quite so pretty of a wrap job. Plus you don't have to worry about all that juice making a mess, especially whenever you take it out, it's already in the pan. So that's a good thing. So we'll put it on just like this, and I'll put a thermometer in there that I can just leave in it, and once it hits 200 degrees, it'll be ready to take out. So we let this pork loin get to about 205 degrees, and that actually only took 7.5 hours for this 8-pound butt. So we're gonna unwrap it and see what it looks like. Let's see, this bone should just pull right out. Looks pretty good to me. So now we just need to pull it. And that's all there is to it, y'all. It's ready to be sauced if you want to. It's really good without it, but this is a super simple recipe that works every time. If you like this video, or if you want to see more cooking videos, let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Until next time, y'all be safe.